Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday, hump day. We made it to the middle of the week, and it's kayak night. So, we're going to sit down with Roy here, and we're going to talk some kayak fishing. We're going to talk social media and content and everything else in between. First up, I want to talk about the Georgia Kayak Bass Angler schedule. It has been dropped. So, the former GAKFL, now the GKBA, now has a schedule. So I'm going to go over it with you guys real quick. It's going to be March 7th is going to be the opener, and it's a co-op with Georgia Bass Nation on Allatoona. April 11th is going to be an online, so any public water in Georgia. That'll be April 11th, and then we've got Hard Labor Creek on May 23rd. We've got the River Brawl on July 11th, and then we've got another River Brawl on August 15th, except that's a team event. And then we've got Reservoir Weekend, and it'll be a 2-day. It'll be a Saturday, Sunday. So any electric only reservoirs. You can fish the same one both days or a different one both days, but your best 5 fish from both days will be what gets judged. October 17th, we're going to do Jackson, and then the Tournament of Champions is to be determined. So that's a pretty exciting schedule. I like the season opener being a co-op with Bass Nation. I've kind of started to build a relationship with Steve, the tournament director over there, and he's a heck of a guy, you know. What's up, John? What's up, FaZe, Silver Pump? So tonight we have the founder, owner of USA Kayak Fishing Magazine. We've got Roy over here. And Roy, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
All right. My name is Roy Widgeon. I'm the owner and founder of USA Kayak Fishing Magazine. I'm also the host of the Kayak Cafe podcast. I'm coming off a cold, so I apologize. I'm going to try and keep it as cough-free as possible. I've always loved fishing. I've always loved being out on the water. Relatively new to kayaking, somewhere around the COVID era, like a lot of people that came in. So that's pretty much where I'm at and who I am. We can go more into depth, be in the background as we get along.
That's awesome. So you're in a new canoe, right?
Yes, I have the New Canoe Unlimited. I'm really digging the Max. So
you think you're going to make the switch?
I think I might, just because I had Tyler Bean on last night, and I was talking to him. And for myself, I do a lot of the magazine and the podcast and the content stuff, so I don't get on the water as much as I want to. So it's almost like every time I get on the water, it's the first time. So the more stability I can get, the more I want. So the Max gives me that little extra, because I don't know if you could tell, I'm not the smallest person in. So yeah,
John says, "Hey Roy, how's it going?"
What's up, John?
He's a local hammer around here. I say local. He's a little further south. We got a question from Coleman. Hey Alex, have you tried a Cashin Element rod? I'm looking at the jerkbait rod and am debating ordering. Well, I'll have you know that before I went with Douglas, I was a diehard Cashin guy. And I have used the Element. I've also used the Z2 Element, and I like them both. I think it's a great budget rod, especially because Cashin is the only company that makes everything 100% in America, from their lowest budget to their highest end. Every single piece is made here, from the blank up. You know, they don't outsource blanks or anything. So you can't go wrong with the Cashin rod, man. They're awesome. They're very awesome.
Yeah, I like Cashin as a company. They're really nice.
Yeah, very nice. Good people. Very good people. Good Christian company. Yeah. What's your rod of choice?
So I'm gonna let you know, I come from the school of what you can get off the shelf. So yeah. I'm pretty much the lose guy, you know, like I haven't ventured out into the custom rod or the really expensive reels, because I don't do it for a living yet or try to impress anybody. So yeah, when I get out there, it's just basically whatever I have on me. So I've got lose rods. I probably have 10, 15 of those combos. So
Okay. Awesome. Very awesome. What's your favorite presentation to throw?
um, so I really love spinner baits. I love doing that. It's just the bank burning gives me something to do when I'm out there. I do like to slow it down with. I actually have some of his lures, but Game Changer Baits, he has these. They call it the triple threat. It's like a Cinco with an extra leg. I love
Okay.
throwing those things and just like working my way through the trees and stuff. So when I want to slow it down, when I need my mental break of like, I just want to go and have some fun.
Awesome. So on your spinnerbait, are you a trailer, no trailer guy?
So um, if I'm fishing a body that I don't know, then yeah, I do like a good trailer. Something like a Kitech or something like that. I'll
Hmm.
put that on. But there's one lake that I have better success with without a skirt. Just like it's just like spinner and the head.
Really
I get better hookups. Yeah, it just seems to work better.
interesting. Hmm. No skirt.
No
So just
skirt.
like the commando,
Yeah, just going.
commando spinnerbaits. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Now I wouldn't say that's a tournament secret, but yeah, and it was like kind of like happenstance. I pulled out one that was, the one that's been in the tackle box way too long, and the skirt's
Mm.
gotten funky. I just pulled it off, and I was like, yeah, screw it. Started casting, and then it was like every third or fourth cast, you were catching something. So,
And you were throwing it with a paddle tail on it,
no, just
or
just
just
just the hook.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So,
So
I mean,
and
it's
so
nothing you throw
you're
with your friends. If you're out with people, you don't do that. Yeah,
yeah, right.
like
So you're in South Carolina.
I'm in Virginia Beach.
You're in oh, gee, I thought you were in South Carolina. Okay,
No.
Virginia Beach. So what's the fishing like over there? What kind of fisheries do you have? Is it a lot of grass? Are they deep, clear? What do you get?
We got a little mixture of everything. We have the saltwater. So if anybody wants to do redfish, speckled trout, bluefish, striper at the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, the whole gamut of the saltwater, and then you've got freshwater in. You've got the James and stuff, and within driving distance, and where it's a pretty good location if you really wanted to get out and do some stuff. So
Awesome. Awesome. Any alligators over there?
no,
No? Oh, even better.
no, no.
Even I like that.
Yeah,
Um,
I have plans to go down to South Carolina as we know for something, but that's my only mental block is those prehistoric ditch
same,
puppies.
same, because
Hmm.
I'll have two trips to Santee this year, and
Yeah.
I haven't. I've been around gators, right? I grew up in Houston, Texas, and we used to kind of just antagonize them and stuff, and kind of tease them from
Hmm.
far away, right? And now it's like, I don't know, it's kind of scary, you know.
Yeah.
Just
So
it's going to be sitting in the back of my mind.
yeah,
I already know.
yeah. To answer John, I have been saltwater in the kayak, and it's a pretty fun. I am from the Eastern Shore, so it's a good place to go over and fish around. Like there's concrete ships that are really good, and they're sheltered, so you're not really being bombarded by waves. Um, so it's a nice place to go. Catch some
Awesome.
flounder, red drum, puppy drum, pretty much whatever you want to catch and you feel adventurous enough to do, you can pretty much do it here.
That's awesome. That's probably the one thing that I worry about more than some alligators at Santee is saltwater scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Big time. It kayak. I could be on a cruise ship, right? I'm scared.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm very.
I was in a kayak and I got passed by a dolphin, and I had no clue. Like I haven't swam with dolphins. I've seen them. I had no
Mhm.
clue how large they were when it went past the 13-foot kayak, and it was longer than the kayak.
Yeah.
I was like, "What was that?" You know?
Right. You
Yeah.
never know. lurking around underneath
Oh,
of you. That's what I'm scared of, John.
yeah. The Caribbean water's nice because you can see what's in there.
Right? Yeah.
But here,
Yeah. We were out to Antigua and Barbuda,
mhm.
and we did some kayaking out there in the bay, and it was just, oh man, it was so nice. It was so pretty. It was so beautiful. You could just see the fish swimming. It was beautiful.
Yeah, we just got back on a New Year's cruise. Went to Dominican Republic. It was nice.
Yeah.
I hate sand unless it's like there.
Right. Same. How long were you guys gone?
8 days.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
we went out of Norfolk. There's a cruise terminal here, so we went. It was a pretty nice trip.
Here's a good one. How much does Christine Fisher have in her kayak? 30,000? Probably not that much. I would venture to say that Christine probably doesn't have any money invested
Yeah,
in
I was
it.
gonna say, how much is it worth, or how much does she have in it? Yeah,
It's probably worth around 15 or 20 at least.
right.
I'm sure if she's got two screens and live scope and a motor, you're going to be looking right around there. I was in the Navy station there in Norfolk. Loved fishing the bay, but never in a kayak.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you got to get it out there. You got to get it out there, Corey. He's on an inflatable. He fishes in the river.
Mm. Yeah, there's a lot of
Motor
people out.
inflatable.
A lot of people that go out to the bridge. My main reason for not going out there, other than sharks, of course, I'm not going to pretend that I'm not scared of that. But being a big guy, the re-entry, like I like to be within close proximity to land to get back in
Yeah,
because I don't think I could battle the current, the waves, and re-entry. That would be just way too much.
yeah.
So I know my place, and it's close to land.
Oh, let's see. Didn't Christine get a new kayak? She might have, John. I haven't seen. I don't really follow along with the pro scene as much as I should probably. Um, but yeah, just posted a video at the dugout showing off her new Hobie rig. Okay. Yep. I bet it's nice.
Silver Punk said something about the NK300 keeping up. Yeah, I mean,
Oh
the
yeah.
tide moves quick, but those motors they'll scoot you along fast
Yeah.
enough to get you out of the tide. Maybe like on a fast rip tide through someplace it might not, but on a normal day, I'd say it would.
I haven't experienced any of the stern motors, no NKs, none of that.
Yeah, it's probably like going upriver, same going against the flow.
She's got the Garmin Force on it. Yeah, I do know that she left Torpedo and went with Garmin, so she's not running the Torpedo anymore. Those Garmin Forces, man, they're nice.
Yes.
It's a nice setup. So expensive. I couldn't afford it if I wanted to.
So we were talking before, and you were talking about your position that you have, and I used to be. Every time I see something like that, I think, how much is it going to cost when it breaks?
Yeah.
That's always my thought process.
Yeah. I don't know about putting in the ocean. Yeah, I don't think the ocean is for me, especially in any boat. It's people talk
Yeah.
about going out. I got invited to go out to California
Mm-hmm.
and like miles and miles offshore fishing for tuna and stuff. And when he started talking about spending the night out there, I was like, nah, man, I think I'm just gonna stay here in Georgia.
Yeah. One of the people that I had the pleasure of chatting with was in, I think, California. He caught a marlin, and it took him out like 20 some miles.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then they had to get a boat to bring them back in. I was like,
Yeah.
that's a heck of a ride.
That I saw Scott Martin and Hillary in matching XTRs. Really? That could be interesting. Get the Martins on some kayaks. Yeah, I've seen the Merc electric motor, Patricia Leanne Shaw, and it is sick. Those things. You put one of those on a kayak, you're going to be hauling the mail. Oh, with Garmin motors on them. I'm not surprised. They probably are sponsored by Garmin. I'm sure they've got a partnership with them, so I would like to try one, at least just to try it out. I like the wireless foot steer, stuff like that. I like the idea of the spot lock on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I like spot locking into the wind and casting into the wind and dragging my bait back with the way that the water's moving, you know?
Yeah.
Uh, do I think it makes that big of a difference in the bite? Maybe, maybe not. I've caught them.
Just got to put
I've caught them dragging it against the motion of the water,
you just
but
gotta put the power pole on the front now.
so I think it puts for a better presentation. Where I know with the Garmin,
Hmm.
you'll have your back to the wind if you're spot locked,
Yeah,
which I don't
most
know,
definitely.
be a little bit weird for me. Be a little bit weird.
Still be cool to have it though.
Yeah. So is there anything new? I know you've got some stuff kind of in the background going on,
Hmm.
but what can we expect to see in the near future from USA Kayak Fishing Magazine?
So right now we're just continuing on the path we've been on, which is coming out every 2 months. I've got the issue coming out in February, which is going to have Carson Holbert as a cover. I mean, he's a young fellow who's making some amazing waves. So he's going to be the cover for that. And then I'm looking to get uh, the women's issue that we just did was an amazing hit.
It
I'll tell
was.
you, um, Kylie Short. I just mentioned to her, I was like, I'd like to. What if we made this an all female issue? And by the end of the day, man, it was completely booked. It was the easiest thing ever because of her. She was like, beep 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 beep. Yeah, it was like, you should do this for me every day. Call somebody. Yeah, so I think it's going to be definitely going to be a reoccurring thing every year. So just looking to get more consistent content flowing in for covers, images. Anybody that has stories, get them in there and get them seen. So
Right on. So how do you let me see if I can find the right words, right? Do you find it hard to get people to subscribe to the kayak fishing magazines, like,
so,
or to the online magazine in general?
so I would say subscribe. Yes, people read it. I could see the reading, the analytics on that, but the subscription portion of it, they're um, not so eager to sign up for because there's no advantage to it. It's there's nothing behind a paywall, if you will. There's no advantage other than being notified that it's ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I put out the same blast every issue, like, hey, go read it. Here it is. And so those who see it, and then, but we do have a fairly decent subscriber rate, but it's just not growing
Hmm.
because I don't think there's anything advantage wise to go do it.
Right. Okay. Well, I've always wondered because like even the car stuff, right? I'm
Hmm.
in the car scene, right? I used to do a lot of speed shop. That's what I've done for like the last 14 years was build hot rods.
Nice.
And with like all the big publications, your GM High Tech magazine, your Hot Rod magazine, Dragzine,
Yeah.
they don't print issues anymore.
Mm-mm.
There's so it's like the dynamic has changed so much.
Right.
I've always been curious, like how many outsiders still would actually, instead of picking it up and flipping through it, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Would click on it and skim and at least skim through or look at the pictures or whatever.
Yeah. So that's a good thing Faith just said about offering discounts. So I thought about that, but where I'm fresh and new, I was like, I could put it behind a paywall of just subscribe and you could see it. But then it's the who would do that and how long would it take for people to get through to see it? I'd much rather you see it and not subscribe to it. But I know you're reading it because I can see you're reading it and I can see you're clicking the links that are in it. So that's the route I'm going right now because I'm doing everything myself. My head's about to explode because of all the things that I've got to do. But um, yeah, one more thing like that would be just kind of crazy on my end to set up the paywall because I built the website, I built the pretty much if you see it, I built it. So
Yeah, one-man show over there, huh?
yeah.
So how do you do it, man? Are you working a full-time job as well?
Yeah, I own a photo studio, and I have a business partner. We do weddings, portraits,
Okay.
composite stuff, and all kinds of fun things. And then when I can mix it all together, I mix it all together. And I lay at bed at night, 2 in the morning, thinking about what I've got to do, and then get up at 5 o'clock, drop my son off at school, and come in. Yeah. So
How old's your son?
I have a 14-year-old who's about to become 15, and I have an 18-year-old who's in college.
Okay, all big kids. I got a 2.5-year-old, almost three.
Oh yes, you don't blink too fast. You'll
I
be in my position.
I know, man. It's
Yeah.
breaks my heart every time she like properly pronounces a word that she's been saying wrong, and just
Oh
stop, stop. You stay as big as you are right now. Do you ever host tournaments?
So I don't host tournaments. I was going to at one point. I own like 56 domains. Like I'm always thinking of ideas, and like, oh, I'm gonna get this. So I own like kayaktourney.com. I own a bunch of domains, and then I saw how much tournament directors got paid for what they had to do, and I was like, no, nah, mm-mm.
Not much, huh?
Yes, no, not at all. No,
Yeah,
it all
pretty
falls
much.
back on like, oh, you get your money from sponsors. I'm like, well, that's not what I want to do. So
Right. So, how can us as readers and subscribers help you better?
share it. I mean, that's the main. It's like with everything, even with what Alex is doing here. Like it, comment, share it, tell people. A friend to friend to friend. And if you have anything you want to share, I mean, there's a form right there. Just fill it out, and I would love to tell your story, or even if it's like something you made up, as long as it's like a jovial, everyone knows it's not real. I'll put it in there. Fish
How
stories by Phase.
How about tournaments? Do you ever fish any online or in-person tournaments?
So I've done some with like the Tidewater Kayak Angler Association. They do some charity stuff for Heroes on the Water. So I've funded some other people's wins.
Okay.
Yeah, I,
Professional donator.
I
That's
did come in eighth. I'm going to throw that out there.
Oh, there you go.
Right
Yeah.
now, let me explain that to you. They only counted the top seven. Everybody else came in eighth. So I was number eight. Yeah,
Oh, need a kayak with a live well. Yeah, I know,
yeah.
I know. I think it's only a matter of time before somebody tries it. And I tell everybody every time I see that Wilderness Tac Pro with the two tanks up front, I'm
Yeah.
like, that's a live well. Looks like a live well.
So every time I hear that, Nick, now why has no one invented like a tow behind live well?
They do have stuff like that, yeah.
Because I don't want to give up real estate on my kayak for a live well.
Right, same. Yeah, I know there's some guys that have like made some like out of
Mhm.
coolers and putting pool noodles around them and all
Right.
kinds of stuff, or just dragging like the Fraybill buckets behind you and stuff like that. But not like any real
Yeah.
live, you know.
Right.
Fishing with Platt says definitely well written stories in the magazine. Roy is the man.
Thank you. Thank you. I have some great contributors too. Like he doesn't write anymore, but Daniel Woodcock, he's a great guy. Like he was submitting stuff. I've had great people that have helped me along the way. So he's one. Um, uh, Dakota, she was she's done some writing for me. She's great. Just some amazing people that have contributed enough that it has like given me a little bit of like breathing room. You know,
Mhm.
if I have to write if I have to produce everything that's in it, then I'm just gonna like, nah, I'm gonna go back to
Right. It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of
working on
work.
cars.
Yeah. Bottom line, there's kayaks out there with bilge pumps in them already.
Hmm.
Plenty of them, plenty of them. John says Daniel is a friend of mine. Yeah, Daniel's I wouldn't say local, but he's a Georgia boy too.
Yeah,
He's down south of me, south of Atlanta.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, the magazine. I like the magazine, but I started the magazine kind of like on accident because my original plan was I wanted to do expos. So I was trying to explain it to vendors of how it would work because it was going to be an online expo. And then I thought, well, how am I going to educate people about this expo? Well, I'll start a magazine and write about expos and educate people through. Well, the magazine started dinging on its way up. Like people were just like loving that, and I'm fighting for this expo, and they're loving the magazine. So I was like, well, why am I fighting for the expo if they like the magazine? And then it ticked my family's weird obsession to talking to everyone. So I get to call and speak to everybody, and I was like, well, I've got Alex's phone number, I've got Christine, I've got this. Well, I might as well start a podcast because I already have their numbers. Let's see if they'll come on. And here we are.
Yeah, John, I'm familiar with Daniel. He was the director of, wasn't it Southeast Georgia Kayak Bass Fishing?
Yes.
Yeah, and I know they've changed names and they're going a different route with it.
Mm-hmm.
And John said, Roy, you were a photographer first, right? And I think you said you had a photo studio and stuff.
Yeah. So first I was an automotive technician. That's where I got going and running through dealerships. And then the photography was like my reset, if you will, for working on cars. Like we just said, sometimes people are never happy. You could take pictures of somebody and they love when you make them look good.
Yeah,
So that was my thing. So, but, and then the magazine and the fishing stuff came along.
that's the automotive business can be tough, but it can be
Yeah.
rewarding as well too. Um,
Yeah. The tough thing for automotive for me was like you and I right now, it's a Monday. We're best friends.
yeah.
Friday rolls around and I've got 74 hours and you've got 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh shit.
you're like, why do you have that? Like,
Yeah.
"Well," or you work with somebody with the same last name as the guy handing out the work.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's always
It's
fun.
luckily I've become a favorite here.
Yeah.
So I kind of keep my hours to myself.
Yeah. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, because I know there's at least a few guys in there that would be like, "You did what?"
Yeah.
You know? But
Yeah.
I'm there, man. I'm there. I'm early. I'm late. I'm working weekends. I make sure that I'm there earning. Do Okay, here. What was your first kayak?
So I had a liquid logic. So that's funny because I didn't realize weight limits were so important on kayaks when I first got one. And I was doing the used circle, if you will. So I went liquid logic and I got on that thing and it was just like getting on a dolphin because when I sat on it, it was shooting water through the scuppers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so like, oh, yep, this is not right for me. So then I went from there to a wilderness. Oh my goodness, I think it's called an ATAC, but it's like a canoe style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was amazing. I love that thing. But then I was like, well, if I go out to the bridge and I take a wave, this thing's going to fill up and dump. I'm going to get another kayak. So I let that go, which I really love that kayak. I got the Ride 135s. So I
Mm-hmm.
had that for the longest time. And I love that. And then I went from that to a Shearwater 125, which it was good for me, but it wasn't like the best thing I couldn't turn around and get things behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went to go test drive the Unlimited with a local rep. And I was like, I love this. And he said, I'm selling it. I'm like, not anymore. Mine. Yeah.
Awesome. And how long ago did you get the new canoe?
About 2 years.
Okay,
2 years
great.
ago.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Got it all rigged out.
Yes. I've got a Bixby motor on the back because I don't have to get any place fast. I just like to get there reliably. So, and it can swap between anything I have. So I'm planning on getting the max, but I don't want to get rid of my unlimited. So I like to keep them both, and I can swap it between the two.
Yeah.
I've got dual Lowrance fish finders, and I see up here is asking scope or nope. I used to have, excuse me, I used to have a live scope, but I couldn't read it, and I didn't fish. I didn't fish enough to devote my time to learning how to do it, so I
Hmm.
got rid of it. So just regular side imaging. Um, so power pole on the back is the best thing ever. If you're fishing shallow, you hit that button and you just stay there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I've got the Guardian Angel running lights because the other lights you have to crawl to the front and turn on and turn off. And I was like, that ain't happening. Push a button.
Yeah. Yeah, so
And,
I got all mine are hardwired. I've got the aux beam
mm-hmm.
control panel just kind of right next to my seat. A lot of people put them down and off to the side, and I kind of wanted it up so that I could see what buttons I'm pushing. I didn't have to go by feel. But yeah, I've got all the lights. Everything's wired up on that thing. I just reached down and hit the button.
Yeah,
Somebody saw it and they were like, "Dude, you have a car system on your kayak?" And I'm like, I mean, technically, I guess, yeah, I do.
right.
I know they were made for like Jeeps and side by sides and stuff for all the lights, and then everybody else just kind of started adopting them, which I really like it. It's really nice. I've had it for a few years, and it's hasn't let me down, no issues or anything like that. So, do
Yeah,
ad runs on the podcast supplement much for you, or in general? I don't know because I don't own this.
yeah.
Um, I'm
I'll
just a
say
contributor.
on my end, sometimes it supplements like giveaways and things like that. Because like right now, we're doing a giveaway with a Vanish holsters. So
Mhm.
there's a Vanish holster that someone can win, and then just you get people sending you stuff to give away to other people to keep the interest in everybody, and it's like you rub my back, I rub your back type thing.
Yeah. Okay. Do you feel like you see the sport dying, or people like with less interest in it? Because you always hear it on both sides, right?
Hmm.
I see growth.
Yeah,
I see people getting new kayaks and people wanting to try them and this and that, but then you always hear that back. And I think that's more of like the maybe the tournament side.
yeah. I was gonna say you have to define what you mean by the sport. Like
Right.
kayaking in general, I think everybody wants to be on a kayak. Everyone loves it. It's even kids. Like it's very rare that you enjoy something as an adult. That if you said to a kid, "Do you want to do this?" and they're like excited about it. Kayaking is one of those things.
Hmm.
Now, tournaments, there's been all of the negative, you know, all the things, and this
Hmm.
just makes it so hard. And even with the bass tournaments and all of the rules and regulations and how easy it is to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. Just like we live a day to day life where everything we do is scrutinized. When I go fishing, I don't want to be under the thumb of somebody. I want to catch something, maybe win something, maybe not. That's it. So I think people just are burnt out with all of the the negativity that's gone with tournaments. So
Yeah.
tournaments, I think, are going down, but they have the potential to go back up. When fishing is general, kayaking, I think, is going to grow.
Yeah. Awesome. How do you feel about like the new kayaks that have been coming out? Do you think that they're getting too advanced to be too much for like beginners to come in and say, "Oh, I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to do this or not. I just want to get a boat and try it out."
I don't think they're getting
Uh,
too advanced because, I mean, it's just like going to the dealership, right? We're all going to walk past the Ford Raptor,
oh,
like I want that, and then like, well, let me see your wallet, and "Uh, there's a Maverick. Come here, I'm gonna show you this. You're like, but I just want to, yeah. So there's always going to be the option for somebody who just wants to paddle, and
yeah.
then there's always going to be the option for the guy who rolls in with the budget and wants to get in the max that's pulling the next CR. I don't know. Or the Wilderness 128.
Right.
There's always something for everybody, seemingly.
Okay. I know I've had that conversation with a couple different guys
Hmm.
about some guys feel like there's not enough of a selection
Hmm.
of a good quality entry level kayak out there.
I don't know. I mean, if I were going to get into just paddling, I mean, Crescent has a great lineup for paddling, and they have everything that you can want for just getting out and having fun. Um, Even new canoes, some of their smaller lineup are great for paddling, so you're not breaking the bank on those. And if you wanted to put a motor on it, they've got enough butt to take it.
Yep.
So, so I think that it's like saying there's no work out there and you're not willing to work at the place. It's there. You just got to
Yeah.
find
Yeah. Okay. I like it. What's your opinion on allowing two motors in tournament trails?
I think if you're using one to get there and then one to fish, you know, but I think it's like any other rule in any other competition. Somebody's going to basically try to push that limit. You know, it's like, but you said two motors, and now I've got two NK 180s off the back.
Yeah. Right.
The two dual 300s linked together.
Yeah. Right.
Which I mean, you
With
could put
both.
two of the Garmin side by side, and it'd be like one of those fast cigarette boats.
Yeah. You probably. Yeah. Roy, when anglers apply to be in your magazine,
Hmm.
you put people with DIY kayaks in it as well as people with Cadillac kayaks, right?
Yeah,
LOL.
anything and everything. Yeah, just as long as you're wearing your life jacket, you can be shown.
And Patricia says, when you have to have a trailer for a kayak, you may as well get a boat.
Mm,
Look, all kayaks are boats,
yeah,
but not all boats are kayaks.
that's true.
I have a trailer. I don't have to have a trailer,
Mhm.
but it makes life a whole lot easier. You know what I mean?
Right. I will say with the new canoe when it's fully loaded, a trailer launch is really preferred over trying to roll that thing down anywhere.
Yep. Yeah, I was doing a landing gear thing for a while.
Mhm.
Man, I would, against the rules, I would load my boat up in the parking lot, walk it through the parking lot, down the boat ramp, which wasn't a big deal. That was
Right.
never that big of a deal. It was coming back up the boat ramp
Yeah.
that I was struggling with here and there. Yeah, I prefer the kayak life for sure. My friend does have a boat, and that's what I started fishing on up here or
Hmm.
over here, and I've got access to it anytime I want. We can go out. We still go out on it all the time, but there's just sometimes, man, and most times, I'd rather be in the kayak. He's hit me up before and been like, "Hey, man, you want to go fishing?" And I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Yeah. How about I meet you out there? I'll fish from the kayak, and you can fish from the boat." Like,
Right. And I don't know about you, but every time I've been on a boat, it's cost me as a secondary, like $100.
oh yeah, right.
Like,
Yep.
I'm coming. You bring the snacks, you bring the food. I'm like, okay, $60 to $100 into it, and you still didn't catch anything sometimes. Whereas with a kayak, I'm already going there. Like, hey, I'll throw one of my other rigs on. You want to go paddle? There's no gas, no anything. Just show
Mhm.
up because sometimes we just want to hang out with somebody. You
Right.
know. So.
Yep. Yeah, I went. It's been a few weeks since I fished,
Hmm.
so I went and put it. I went and it was windy and it was cold, man. But I had to get out there and just cast. I
Yeah.
think I didn't see anything on live scope or anything. I fished for about an hour. I could see the boat ramp the whole time. I just wanted to sit there and cast and reel. What's up, Ken?
Yeah. There's a little pond that I stop on the way home and I cast, and I'm on a group chat with some of the Heroes on the Water guys,
Hmm.
and there's a gentleman, Bob, who is slaying them all year round. And I got the message today. It's like, oh, first fish of the year. So I'm out there just slinging a Cinco or the trifecta, whatever it is, in the freaking freezing water, catching nothing. But it still felt great because it's like a reset before you go do something else.
Yeah, there's just something that casting and reeling it back in does for the brain.
Yeah, my dad's on here. He likes to tell a story. When I was younger, I practiced casting in like mud puddles out in front of the house, just like, yeah.
That's great. That's great. Been good on a break. On a good break. Okay, there you go. Yeah, John has John's been catching them. Ken's been on a good break. Let's see. The hunter don't carry the ATV. No, that's right. So, if you had to pick
Mhm.
one species to fish for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I've always enjoyed bass. I mean, it's just um, now I have gotten into some really good schools of speckled trout, and those are crazy. I love that, but they were so few and far between. It was kind of uh, like a fantasy moment. You're like, oh wow, I remember that one time I caught those fish. Whereas bass, it's like you could almost every single outing catch something. So that's probably where I would go.
Yeah, okay. And if you had to pick one lure, what would it
Ooh.
be?
Well, if I want to catch every single time, I'm taking a beetle spin. I've commented a beetle spin on everybody's like
Yep.
they're in there talking about what's your favorite lure, and I'm like beetle spin, just hoping to see what they say because you're always going to catch something. But
Yeah.
I've always loved top water, so I would say a frog maybe, or if I had to go old school from when I was younger, a pop R. That was like my go-to. Like that was my confidence bait was that pop R. If I couldn't catch anything, I would tie that bad boy on, boop, making an ungodly splash, and it would just crush it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I would say I would throw a pop R even if I didn't catch anything because when you do catch something, it's amazing.
Okay. Would you consider yourself a power fisherman, or a finesse?
Um, I like the power fishing. I like the just beating the bank with the spinnerbait. But a lot of times we go out with the heroes on the water and we're just loafing around, having a good time doing um, the Cinco stuff. So I do love the finesse, but I absolutely would, if I had my choice, I would just be beating the banks with some type of spinnerbait.
Okay,
It's like
cool.
his power.
And it's spinnerbait, not a chatterbait?
No, I'm not good with a chatterbait.
No. Okay.
No, I could cast that thing into a school of fish and not hook a thing. You'll come behind me, do the exact same thing, and probably hook two on one hook.
Okay. Are there any spotted bass lakes in your area, Roy?
I don't. I don't think so. That's a good question. That's a great question.
Yeah, if you like topwater,
Hmm.
let me tell you about the summertime topwater bite on
Yeah.
Lake Lanier. All right, because Lake
Hmm.
Lanier is very, very special. It's special, just it's a special place, but it's special to me as well, right?
Yeah.
Uh, man, the topwater bite can be phenomenal. Like, oh, the spots they're just so aggressive. They're
Mm.
so aggressive. Southwest, what's up, Chase? Had Chase on a few weeks ago. That
Yeah.
was a him and Kayla both. That was a good episode. And okay, we got to get this one out of the way. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta be.
Y'all got some Bigfoots rolling around Virginia
No,
Beach.
but I'm saying they always find new things.
Man, that's Bigfoot's a big deal around here. There's museums and all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah. There's a guy on TikTok. His mom. He's a gentleman with special needs, but he goes out looking for Bigfoot. Oh my gosh. I know he's not going to find him. I know he's not really. They've set things up, but I still watch. It's like, man, I hope this guy finds Bigfoot. I bet that would be like the most amazing response if he saw Bigfoot. Yeah,
Hang on 1 second. I got a dog barking behind.
no worries. All right, everybody, while he's gone, what do you want to do? Let's take over. Southwest Indiana Outdoors. I've never heard of you. Hmm. Hmm. There are no smallmouth, just largemouth. Yeah, I would like to go get some smallmouth action. Um,
Sorry about that.
no worries. We didn't do anything while you were gone.
So, smallmouth. You got any smallmouth or just largies? No
Just
smallmouth.
largies.
Me
No.
either, man. Me
Yeah,
neither.
I do want to catch one.
Yeah, me too.
I want to go fish with those guys who rag you about your forward-facing sonar, but then look through their little scope.
Oh yeah, the flogger.
You're cheating. Yeah.
It don't get no more live than that, right?
Nope. Not at all.
And Kayla says that Roy likes to sing Backstreet Boys on his kayak.
Oh, 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 oh. I don't know how she knows that.
Oh no, Silverpunk, there ain't no giveaway for that black pack. That's an expensive black pack right there. It's got my black box, my live scope battery in there. Let's see, what's the coolest or most interesting thing you've seen on the water?
So there's a story I tell. Like there's a family friend who we used to go clamming on the Eastern Shore, and we went out and we were fishing before we went clamming, and he made his own bottom rigs. I mean, this is when I was younger, probably like 10, 11 years old, and we were fishing, and I hooked into something, and it broke the bottom rig, and he was complaining about losing his only rig. So as we're about to leave, this tarpon jumps in the air. You know, it's not huge, but it's maybe 2, 3 feet, maybe 4 foot. You know, it's decent size. We go clamming. Tide does its cycle, and we're coming back to fish, and he's still complaining about this bottom rig. And I was like, dude, you know what? I'm done. Let's just go home. So I'm pulling up the anchor line, and something hits the anchor line and just like tugs. Well, as I'm pulling it up, that fish that we hooked earlier came back through and hooked that bottom rig on the anchor line. And and as I pulled it up, I was like, "Here's your bottom rig." That fish was tired of listening to you too. Yeah, yeah. It's just the
That's
weirdest
crazy.
thing ever. So yeah, that's the weirdest thing I've seen.
Yeah, that's wild. That is crazy.
Yeah.
And Chase says that they were supposed to be in Tennessee this weekend. Yeah, I think a lot of people were supposed to be in Tennessee this weekend, and now they're not going to go anymore because of this weather that we're going to get. Um, I'm worried about losing my power here. I know that
Yeah.
because they don't like to fix my power. Anytime my power goes out, it's out for a few days.
You got the Generac house backup.
No, definitely not.
Mm.
I've got a generator that needs a carburetor that
If only
it's
you knew
ordered, but it
someone.
ain't here. It's not here yet.
If only you knew someone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
What's going on, David?
they always said you could tell who does what. You know, like the painter has the house with the flaking paint, and the auto technician has the car that barely runs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because when it's time to go home, you're going home. You ain't working on that car.
I've clocked out.
Yeah, dude. I drove my little Jeep around for probably 7 months with a coolant leak.
Hmm. Yes,
If it's leaking, it's got coolant in
that's true.
it.
Just do the gauge sweep. Yeah, we're good.
Oh yeah, just keep an eye on it. It'll be all right.
Yeah,
So
180.
what's your home
Yeah.
lake?
So there's a Lake Lawson, Lake Smith. There's one that's right around the corner from my house. It's called Stumpy Lake. It's a paddle only, but I like going there because it's so close.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing
Awesome.
major, nothing cool that I have experienced yet. So
We have a lot of electric only
mhm.
reservoir. It's like the one over here close to my house is called Hollis Latham, and
Mhm.
it's like three. I'm not even. I think it's like 300 or 400 and something acres. I don't.
Mhm.
I'm probably totally wrong. It might be like 3,000. Who knows?
Yeah,
Uh, but it's good. The fishing there is good, and
yeah,
it's like a water authority, so it's drinking water. Um, Fishing is not their first priority, right? But they do stuff to try and keep it a good fishery.
yeah,
It's got spots, it's got largemouth, it's got catfish, it's got crappie and bluegill, and it's pretty. It's a pretty good place to fish. I like it. It's like a little Lake Lanier. I like to go out there in the summertime when all the wake boaters and stuff are on Lanier, or holiday weekends when you just don't want to be surrounded by drunk people on fast boats. Uh,
yeah.
you go down to the electric only joint, and
Well,
it's
this one lake, man, they won't even let you use electric. It's paddle only, like
oh
strict.
really?
Yeah. So I went as high as the city manager, and I was like, why? I'm like, well, it's the only place we're going to keep it paddle only. I'm like, it's electric. It's doing nothing. There's a golf course next to it, and I was like, it's not even loud enough mess them up playing golf. There's no emissions. There's nothing. There's no reason why.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It was a fight that I wasn't willing to fight at that point in my life. Let me get a couple good seasons under my belt, and we'll call Luther.
So yeah, Latham's like 300 or 400 acres. It's small, but it's laid out real. It is laid out real nice. I love that place. There's two places I fish. It's Lake Lanier and Hollis Latham.
Mm-hmm.
And Lake Lanier is about the closest boat ramp is 7 minutes from the driveway, and Latham's about 14 or 15 minutes away. Do you ever fish the rivers around there, or just the lakes?
Just the lakes.
Yeah.
I've been on the James doing the whitewater rafting stuff. That's about it. I haven't ventured. To be honest with you, I mean, I just fish locally because with the family, you just I've been sticking around close to them,
Yeah,
and
especially two teenagers.
yeah, spending most of my time on pool decks taking pictures of kids swimming. Yeah.
So, see if we missed anything here. I don't think so.
I think somebody said something about snow. We're supposed to get snow here in Virginia Beach, possibly up to 12 inches, they say. And we shut down when people talk about snow. So we're in
Same.
big
Same
trouble.
here. Same here, man. It's a little bit of snow,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of ice. Nope, place is shutting down. So we're expected to get a half an inch of ice.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that's cool. We're supposed to get possibly up to 12 inches of snow. Then a rain mix is going to come in and pound that down and then leave ice. And then who knows? I just know everybody's going to be getting bread and milk because apparently that's what you need to survive.
bread and milk and toilet paper. And Kayla said you need to fish the kayak adventure series with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I like what Drew does with that. It's pretty fun. It's hard for me to obligate to things, like the team. I want to do the team series with the kayak team series. What's it with Fluke
TKS.
Master? Yeah, TKS with Fluke Master, and I love that format. I love the helping people out and talking to them idea. Working
Yeah.
together. But I don't want to obligate I don't want to obligate my time to you and not be able to fulfill it. That's my big thing.
Yeah, okay.
Like, hey, there's one this weekend. I'm like, oh.
Right. I like that on the team kayak series. You got one guy can use live scope and one guy can't. I like that. That was pretty cool. We went and got our milk today too, Kayla. We got our milk. We got some candy. And we're ready to go. Got plenty of blankets. We're ready to rock and roll. You got to drive to Ohio on Sunday night. Gee, man, you better be careful driving out there and that stuff, John. That's going to be nasty.
Yeah. So are you guys snow cream people? My mom used to make that when it was snow. She'd make ice cream out of the snow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
That was like the coolest thing growing up. Yeah. Probably like the most unsanitary. Probably maybe not back then, but now it's probably horrible.
What's up, Dad?
Why are you glowing? Snow cream, baby.
So using the snow to make ice cream, huh?
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta have that.
Yeah.
I've got some candy right here. I'm a candy eating fool. I love to snack, man. Oh, yeah. I would not drive anywhere Sunday either, especially through the mountains to get up to Ohio. Because to get to Ohio from here, you got to drive through the mountains. Even if you go Tennessee, Kentucky, like it doesn't matter which way you go, you still got to drive through the mountains. No milk or bread in Mississippi, but I do have deer meat, beef, and rum. Oh, as long as you got rum, good.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a good one.
Uh-oh.
What's your choice of kayak snacks?
Probably beef jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't remember his name now to save my butt. But last year he sent me a bunch of beef jerky. I think it's bearded jerky.
Oh, bearded bison.
Bearded bison. Yes.
Oh man, his stuff is so good.
Yeah. He messed up and sent me the jerky snuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, and I'm like, it's empty. What happened? Oh man, yeah. So
He's
I keep some of
good.
that stuff on there. Yeah, he and I
He's
chat from time to time, so he's a good guy.
he is a good dude. He sent me some. Well, he was doing like a short rib jerky,
Hmm.
jerky ribs. Man, still had the bones and the fat cap on them and everything. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, it was so amazing. It was so good. It was so good. Part-time deal once a month. I drive about 80 dogs from a rescue mission to an adoption center from Macon to Ohio. That's awesome. That's very cool.
Eight-
But
80 dogs at a time,
yeah, that's a lot of
or
dogs.
wow, that
What's
sounds
up?
rough.
10 pounds of deer jerky to Bassmaster. I will be waiting, Thad. I will be there and I will be waiting.
Heck yeah. Yeah, so
Meal
do you have the Snap-on trucks that come around?
Yeah, we got Snap On, Mac, Matco. We've even got a guy now that he's
Cornwell?
not a specific brand, right? He
Yeah.
carries all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, well, the Snap-on guy came through and he's like, "Hey, you want to try this bacon jerky?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah.
Yeah. So now
Yeah.
yeah, he would look around and be like, "You need a 10 millimeter bacon jerky." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah. Yeah. I got a snack bill, not a tool bill. You
Mhm.
know?
Yeah, my wife said you cannot get a larger toolbox until your toolbox does not have a snack drawer. And I was like, "All right,
Mine's
sounds good."
definitely snacks. Man, and I went on the tool truck today. I got a bag of beef jerky, a bag of gummy worms, and a bag of chocolate covered peanuts.
Yes, for $24,000.
Yeah, $20 a week. That's all I
Yeah,
know.
$20 a week. Yeah,
But
every
they'll
time I
put
see
you on
somebody
a
with a jacket, I'm like, "We
yeah,
know
they'll
how
put
much
you
that
on
jacket
that
costs."
snack plan, dude.
Mhm.
That snack payment plan.
Yeah.
No question.
I love how cocky they are too. Like they'll know they'll just walk in with it, throw it on your toolbox, and then
Yeah.
it's automatically on your thing, like he's your dealer.
Yeah, and now they've got like coolers and drinks and stuff out there too. So you buy a few snacks and they're like, "Oh man, you don't want nothing to drink with that?" I'm like, "No, man. No, I
Yeah.
got some drinking there. Unless you're gonna give it to me for free."
The Mac guy came through and he said, we sell DeWalt tools, right? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
No. He's like, yeah, you want a weed eater? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I have all of the DeWalt lineup in my garage because of the Mac man.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's ours does DeWalt, and then like our Matco guy sells Milwaukee, so you can
Hmm.
get the leaf blower, you can get the weed eaters, the chainsaws, whatever they make, you can get it.
Yeah, the chainsaw.
That
It's like, we don't even have trees. I'm like, but I've got a chainsaw. What if the neighbor's tree falls down and we need to help them? I'm ready. Yeah.
that's right.
I wish that were a lie, but that's exactly how it went down.
Got a little Charlie horse in my leg there. Ooh, that was rough. All right, so John loves the new GKBA schedule. We got Sham in the chat
Yes.
and meal replacement shakes for your snacks. Steal my kids' Lunchables for snacks. There you go. I do steal my kids' snacks every now and then for the boat if I'm out of Uncrustables or beef jerky, because I do love a good Uncrustable.
Yeah. Nothing like a good gummy bear to tell the other people that you mean business.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
You gotta have the gummy worms and gummy bears in case you run out of worms.
You got to talk to him in that Herbo commercial voice. How's fishing today? The sea was great.
That's
I'm like,
great.
whoa, this guy's nuts. Yeah.
Hey, Kayla says that Roy does a great job on the magazine. Make sure and check it out, especially the December issue. Cough, cough.
Yeah, because there were some great ladies in there.
There was full of them.
And Kayla. No. Well, I joke with her about her being very angry and mean. So she's awesome. Yeah, it's a great story. Her and Chase are great people. I like to watch them do their competitions. So if you get an opportunity, go check them out on the YouTubes and give them a couple of hellos and leave a comment that says, Kayla, be nice.
Yeah. I love it when they start talking trash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's almost like they don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Like, Give me some off-camera trash talk, like when it's shut down. I'm gonna knock your head off. Yeah, that'll be clickbait right there.
So, John, classy kayaker is Kayla Carlock. She's Chase's wife, and they were on here together with me and Danny more than a few weeks ago now. They're Southwest Indiana Outdoors, and yeah, I've seen you guys go. I know you got that trash talk. Chase is the mean one, she says.
He's not commenting, so he might be tied up somewhere. So
Right.
what is it, like the folded hand if you're in trouble? Yeah.
Blink if you need help.
Yes.
So I know I asked you if there was any plans for the magazine, and without saying too much, what kind of creators and anglers could we expect to see on USA Kayak Fishing Magazine this year?
So I'm hoping to do some kayak catfishing issues. I've got some kayak anglers that are dedicated to catching some big catfish. I want to get some page time for them. Pretty much anyone and everything that's out there. Just um, anybody who has a story is what I'm open to. I don't think I've ever had anybody ask me, do you think this will work? And I've been like, no. Yeah, yes. And it doesn't matter how big or small it is. Because like you were saying, the people that just come in with their kayak, if someone goes for the very first time and they want to tell about the first time they got in their kayak, I'll put it in there. I think it's a good story. Let's tell everyone what you went through. If it's a seasoned person and they had a moment where they won a tournament, let's put it in there. If they're seasoned and they had a moment where they rolled their kayak being less than intelligent, then let's put that in there, because everyone has been through those scenarios, and we all relate in some form or fashion. So that's pretty much where I'm going to go with that.
That's awesome. I love hearing about the catfish and stuff, because a lot of us, and like in the chat and stuff, and around here especially, are so bass centric, right?
Yes.
That you don't really think about. There's a snakehead scene and a catfish scene and a redfish scene, and I'm sure any other species. I'm sure there's guys out there chasing them on their kayaks.
Yeah.
And we can kind of get stuck in our own little bubble of the bass, and
right.
That there's just so much more out there,
Right.
So many other people and stuff doing the same thing we're doing, but just in a little bit different way for a different tug.
And John, yes, I did. And I think John's going to be in this issue. So,
okay. He's got a good story.
Yeah.
Got a good story. Chris Platts has an awesome kayak catfish catch. Yes, Chris does. He caught a monster out of Santee.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, you're fishing there for these bass and you're like, oh, this is cool. And then he can roll up behind you. And in the mingle, there's that big giant catfish almost in the same spot. And you're like, what in the world? Where would that come from?
Yeah.
So that's what I've always, sorry. Good.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, that's what I loved about fishing was, like, I could be in my kayak in front of you and I'll catch maybe 2 or 3 fish because of my presentation and bait choice. You can come behind me and catch 10 or none, depending on yours, or species. I was in a brackish area. I was catching speckled trout, and this guy rolls up and he's got 2 bass and a catfish in his boat. And I'm like, where did you catch? I'm in reeds and marsh mud catching speckled trout, and you're rolling up with bass and catfish. What in the world? I never would even thought that was in the same location, and they are. So it's just the unknowing. The Bigfoots that are under you, you have no clue what's.
Yeah, you don't know what's lurking down there.
No clue.
I was out on a striper guide on Lake Lanier. My old job, my boss would take me out every once in a while on like guided trips and stuff. And we're on a striper guide, and the guide that we were with, it was the end of the day, and he kind of took the bait that he had left and threw it in the water. You know where we were fishing. I know it's frowned upon
Mm-hmm.
to chum, right? Is what he was calling it anyway. When I see people chum, it's like stink bait and dead fish and stuff they're throwing in there. But this was live bait. But man, we started catching mag spots, and I mean magnum spotted bass, like 6+ pounds, giant catfish, striper,
Mm-hmm.
all right under the boat together.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just you never know. You just never know. Yeah, and I see those Volkswagen sized catfish. There's always that story of people
Every
make.
lake has them.
Yeah, yeah.
Every lake has them.
When I
What
was
did
younger.
the story here is that there was like a chicken truck or something that went off the road, and the
Mm,
diver went down to get the truck or the whatever, and they saw catfish the size of Volkswagens. But if you talk to the divers that actually dive in Lake Lanier, they tell you
yes.
you 10 feet down, you can't see your hand in front of your face.
No. I think someone did a video about trying to catch those catfish. I forget who it was, but he was like, in order for that cat it to be Volkswagen size, its eye would have to be the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah,
You
right.
know, like yeah. But by that same thing, if you're down 60 feet in murky water, it could be that big, and you're like, "Oh,
Yeah, right.
I'm out of here." Yeah.
Especially if you're like nervous already and stuff
Hmm.
too.
Yeah. I take some brave people to dive in that stuff. I tell you.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And rescue swimmers, man, I could not even imagine like feeling around and yeah.
Nope.
I'll tell
No.
you, I went fishing with my friend when we were younger, and we're like in a Boston whaler just ripping through the channel. And we pass this glove that's floating perfectly, like straight up and down. And we come back around, and it was in salt water, so you couldn't see below the yellow gloves used for washing dishes.
Hmm.
So you're looking at it going like, all right, it's puffed up perfectly like someone's reaching their hand up. I'm gonna grab it and pray that it doesn't grab me back. Yeah. So I mean, I'm out of the water looking at it, and I grabbed it, and I had this fear of like, what if? I couldn't imagine being under the water, not being able to see. That would just,
No,
I'm done.
not at all. David must be a little bit behind. He said I need to try his beef jerky. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bearded Bison's got some
Yeah.
really good stuff. Now he does battle with some health issues. So if you go to his website or something, keep that in mind. Um, if there's nothing to order, he's probably going through something. Also, if you do place an order, don't expect it to go out the next day. Uh, even
Yeah.
when he's going to make it after you order it. He doesn't have that stuff. Just it's not sitting around. It's always made fresh. But it's worth it. It's a little expensive, but jerky's expensive anywhere you go.
Yeah.
Uh, I'd rather have the good stuff.
And it goes to a good cause too.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Dad says, I have dove on the dams for recoveries. They are big, but not that big. Okay. Yeah, it's a huge mystery underneath, which is which is why I think it's so addicting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's also a little scary.
Mhm.
I fish at night a lot, especially in the summertime, right? I'm out there
Mhm.
more than I should be. Uh,
Yeah.
and it,
Fishing at night from a kayak. Yeah. I've done some duck hunting, and I've had otters come up in front of the
oh, yeah.
blind, and they start barking and making loud noises. I couldn't imagine being in a kayak at night and that happening with nowhere to go.
Imagine in the kayak at night, you're just hanging out fishing,
Hmm.
and all of a sudden, kaboosh! Just out of nowhere, beaver slaps his tail right by you.
Oh yeah.
It was scary. It was really scary those first couple times, and then I figured out what it was.
Yeah.
now I just yell at them every time I hear it.
Yeah. I was at a hunt camp one time, and I heard that noise, and I didn't know what it was. It's just poof, really loud. And the guy next to me was like, "Oh, it's a beaver," and he ran out after it. I was like, "Okay, I don't even know. I have no clue what just happened." But yeah,
They will wake you up, get the blood
Mhm.
flowing. They will definitely, because I like to fish dock lights, so green and white lights in the water near someone's dock. Oh man, like right now, the striper fishing out there is amazing.
Oh yeah,
You go out there about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. You'll pull up and you can just see them swimming around in the water from the deck, right? And you just throw a little Kitech out there. You can use an
Mhm.
underspin or like a screw head or a prop head, and you just wait about 3 or 4 seconds and then just reel it in about like that, and just wait. Because the guys that got me out there, we were using ultralight gear,
Mhm.
and we'd go fish lights for big striper. Because he was asking me, he was like, "Oh, you fish?" And I was like, "I mean, I try. I don't really do well." And
Yeah.
he's like, "You got to come out here with us, man. I caught my personal best striper 3 times last night." And I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, "Well, that doesn't make sense," you know. And he pulls out his phone and starts showing me the pictures, and the striper are so big, they're like 20 pounds. And he's like, "Yeah, we're catching them on ultralight gear. What's
Oh
up,
yeah.
farmer?" So he after he was showing me the pictures, I was in. I was ready. I was like, "So we going Friday?" Or
Oh
let's go. And it was like
yeah.
first or second cast, and I've
Yeah.
got like a 5.5 foot ultralight rod
Mhm.
with 15-pound braid and a 6-pound leader on it. And man, that striper smoked that thing. And there's nothing you can do. You got to let them run until they stop, and then you can start cranking them in. But as soon as they start running again, they're gone.
Yeah. Yeah. We have like cobia, which is a saltwater fish. That's a beast of a torpedo. I call them. They're just fast moving. This is one thing I love about saltwater is like whatever you catch, you have the option of eating. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool too. Cobia and stripers are just really the go to for a good meal around here. So
I
yeah,
haven't seen any of the linear stripers, but
but
I
these
know
salt
some.
ones they come pre-seasoned.
Yeah, right. I have fished from the shore one
Mhm.
time in the Atlantic. I caught a nice big striper and a big blue also, and that was pretty cool, man. You could like the striper, you could see them blowing up out there.
Oh
And the guy
yes,
that we were out there with, he took it, from like a half a mile away and started running with it and threw it out there. And I couldn't get it away from him fast enough. He's like, "Take it, take it, take it. Reel, reel, reel. Keep reeling." And then like that fish hit that thing and he's like, "Don't stop. Keep going." Like it was so much fun. Fed the whole family.
oh yes, yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. The cobia are cool. They're like sight fishing around buoys and stuff, or
Okay.
sometimes something rolls by pylons. You can see them hovering around it and throwing bucktails, and that's fun. I have not done that from a kayak though. That would be an amazing thing to do, but
Yeah.
it would involve me going out to the bridge, which no, I'll get on a boat for that.
Yeah. No thanks.
And to the answer before is like, you should buy a boat. No, you should get a friend with a boat.
Yeah, exactly. That's 100% it right there.
Yeah.
And dock lights will have huge gizzard shad swarming. The next dock will have catfish. The next will have striper. It's cool to see them in the green submerged lights. Yeah, and it's man when I tell people about it, they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, no," and I'm like, "Yeah, there's a light in the water, and you can see them swimming, and then you take them out there with you, and
Yeah.
like, people who have never seen it before, they see it for that first time, and they're like, "Oh, that was a huge fish! That was a huge fish right there!" And I'm like, "Yeah, see, man, I tried to tell you."
I do love dock lights when they're just like darting through and doing the carnage. Like, wow, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's
So,
so neat to watch.
David Sanchez, fishing for freshwater redfish. So David, he's one of those people that was very instrumental. He was the first cover of the USA Kayak Fishing Magazine, and he was the first guest on my podcast. He's been involved in every first I've done with the business, so I owe him a debt. But when we were talking originally, he's like, "Yeah, I go catch redfish." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And like the creeks, he's like, "No, freshwater." I'm like, "Is this guy? Is he messing with me right now? Freshwater redfish?" So I was like, "Okay." Whole time I'm like googling over here, like
Yeah.
freshwater. No, yeah, okay, yeah. So his article was about fishing for redfish in freshwater lakes, and I was like, I had no clue. And that it's kind of weird. Like it's the first thing that you are presented with for your magazine that you have no clue about. You're like, well, should I even be doing this? Because I have no, yeah. So, but yeah, the freshwater redfish is a cool thing, and he does it really well. So,
That's awesome. That's very awesome, especially in the summer. Night fishing is so peaceful. No
yes.
pleasure boats, no jet skis. Yeah, that's exactly right. You will get a out here on Lanier. You'll get the occasional. There's guys out there that like to wear glow sticks and stuff and LED lights and go wake surf and stuff in the dark. There's not
Hmm.
very many, but there are some. And I have run into a couple of jet skis after dark also. Um, that's interesting because you can't see them. Can't see them at all. Like not even a little bit.
Man, sorry. Yo, it's contagious. I apologize.
No, it's okay. I've been coughing all day. Kayak redfish in the brackish waters is a bucket list item.
Yeah. And there's a lot of great creeks around here where people go sight fishing. You know, you see the reds tailing up in the reeds, and you can cast to them, and or top water, watching them blow up on a spook or a popping cork. Yeah, it's pretty fun to experience that. What really sucks is when you're so wrapped up in other things, and you look over and you see people posting about, look at these fish, they were running strong today, and I'm like, oh. And it's not that far. It's literally 15 minutes to get to where they caught them, and I'm like, today, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but it's all personal choices. I mean, I could make it work. I could do it. I could do so many things, but it's just if you were asking what my goal is for the magazine is to get to a point where I can hire people on to do more things, take
Yeah.
off some of my hats, because I can't go to a lot of the things that are happening because I have so many obligations everywhere else. People say,
Right.
"Are you going to ICAST?" Well, I'd love to go to ICAST, but I have deadlines, I have family, I have all of these things, and it's just it's hard to do that.
It
It's just
is.
difficult to do that. And you could be dedicated to your work, or you could be dedicated to your obligations.
Yep.
And if I were making tons and tons of money doing this, I could look at my family and say, I need to be there to go shake babies and kiss hands.
Right.
I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, something like that. Networking.
Yeah,
Networking.
networking. Yeah, because this is a lot like the dealerships. It's not like what you know; it's who you know, and then who knows you that knows you. You know, if you're well known enough, you can get a job at any dealership anytime.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Some I don't know if it's like you, but you could be like, Alex quit his job. Your phone's ringing before you get to your car.
Hmm. Yeah. 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 It's like that. I mean,
Hmm.
and especially where I used to live was when I first started, I was a BMW technician,
Hmm.
and most places you go, there's one or maybe four BMW dealerships in the area,
Yeah.
and man, yeah, the good guys. It's like you have a job before you get home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's weird is when you're working at someplace and the guy shows up, he's just using it as a marketing thing to get a better rate where he left. You know, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be here long.
Right.
I'm the only master tech on that product line. I'm the only one certified to work on these vehicles. They're going to call me in 3 days, and they do. and then they get back on the truck and go back. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what the networking is in this industry too. It's kind of like who you know, and then just being honest and fulfilling your promises. That's the thing, you know. I mean, it should be like everybody's goal in life, but in this industry, if I tell you I'm going to be here at 8 o'clock and I don't show up, quickly everybody knows that Roy was supposed to be here at 8 o'clock and didn't show up. You know, it's
Mhm.
just how it works. So, but
Yeah,
I was here. I did show up.
you were. You were. I know. I was sitting there eating dinner, and I looked down at my watch, and I was like, "Oh man, I better get that thing going. It's already almost 7:40. Like, I better get that rolling and get him that link. Those Crackle Pop Tomb Beamer dudes. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. When I went to the dealership, they said, find the one thing everybody hates and get good at it. So I walked
Yeah.
around. Everybody hated electrical. So that's where I was like, all right, I'm going to be the electrical guy. Rewiring cars, chasing pinched wires. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can take the electrical stuff straight to the bank. That's
Hmm.
I'm good at it, and I'm good at like the programming and stuff like that too. So
Yes.
it's like, oh, programming?
Mm.
Yeah. They're like, does it really take that long? Like, yeah, man, it really takes that long when you're good at
Yes.
it.
And also, you know, I mean, I don't do a lot of rigging, but in what we've done, you know all about wire gauge size, amperage, flow, all that stuff. So
Mhm.
when you see the people that are wiring their boats with speaker wire or
Yeah.
uh, house wire nuts.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'll tell you what really gets me is there's two different ones.
Hmm.
There's guys that don't cut their zip ties. And then the guys that do cut them,
To a
but they're
point.
like this long and they're at a 45-degree angle, or so like being in the hot rod scene, right?
Hmm.
And I haven't always been this way, but I developed a very keen attention to detail and like very, very small, fine details. Like when you do use zip ties, are they evenly spaced apart? And are the buckles all on the same side and facing the same direction and stuff like that? It's like I really start nitpicking stuff.
I think that's called OCD. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they're called flush cuts,
Flush
Silverpunk.
cuts.
Yeah, there's not. Some people call them dikes. Some people call them side cuts. Those are not the same thing.
Yeah.
Flush cuts are their own kind of cut, and you can't use any other kind.
I worked with a guy
Oh,
that used to cut them to a point, like almost like a knife blade.
oh
And I
gosh.
was like, why do you do that? He's like, they're not coming back here. They're the next guy's gonna have fun with that. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
really? That's messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got some good advice though, Kayla. He's got some good helpers in his corner.
Yeah. So what you've learned tonight, Chase, is you need to use wire nuts and
Yeah.
then cut your zip ties so they have at least 2 inches of play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the thing too, is I look at these boats and um uh I'm concerned about like fires
Yeah.
because the wiring issue, I mean, if you're just going out for like an hour or something, the wire could get warm. But if you have a resistance draw on your battery and it's in your hull just warming up, it could realistically, it may not blow a fuse. It should blow a fuse, but if it doesn't, that hot wire could basically burn straight
You
through
didn't
your hull.
you didn't put a fuse in it.
What's a
Or you put
fuse?
the wrong fuse in it,
Yeah.
or yeah, yeah. And you see it a lot. One thing I know too is like, and I'm not bashing on them at all. It's like the Old Town Autopilot.
Hmm.
You buy an Old Town Autopilot, the first thing you need to do is rip their pre-wire out because it's not large enough.
Yeah.
You will melt connectors and all that good stuff. You might not have a fire, but and John knows all about those melted connectors. You really need to be using the proper gauge wire. Um, you need to be using the proper crimps. You need to be using the proper butt connectors and heat shrink and everything. You need to be using marine grade everything.
And then some dielectric grease just to make sure it's.
Yeah, farmer says you don't have to worry about wiring when you just have a paddle.
That's
He's
true.
got EWR, and yeah, I don't even think he's got a rod holder on that thing. And he's a hammer. Farmer, he's a stick. He can go out there and catch them. Yeah, John said he's melted 2 battery connectors in his.
That's my dad. He said not many fish stories are true. They
No.
are. They are in my head.
They
Yeah.
always change a little bit every time I tell
Yeah.
them.
That's why you don't tell the story to the same person twice.
That's right.
I'm like, well, that's not how I remember it. You weren't there. You weren't either. So.
Yeah, I caught like a 6 or 7 pound largemouth
Mm-hmm.
a few years ago now, and on the boat with my friend, and to this day he'll still text me, "Hey man, send me a picture of that 15 pounder." Like he swears he will take it to his grave. That fish was 15 pounds,
Oh yeah.
but I know it was probably 6 or 7.
Guaranteed, it's a TikTok 10.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Look
It
at
was
it.
all head, no body. Definitely it had a 15-pound head on it, but that was it.
It's already done its work. It's put away for the winter.
Let's see. Yeah, melted to orange wire nuts and copper stranded 18 gauge wire. There you go, man. That's a recipe for success if I ever heard one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's man, and I think about it all the time. And that was at least the first 4 or 5 trips out with my motor. Um, I'd be reaching back, touching, feeling, grabbing.
Yep.
Sure, you know what I mean? Grabbing the connector, touching the wires, making sure they weren't getting warm.
I'm surprised you don't have the FLIR infrared looking
No,
for hot spots.
I do. I do have a
I know you do.
thermowave.
We all have them. Yeah. Checking for heated seats and rear heated grids when they would come in. Like it doesn't work right. Boom. Okay, it's a break right here.
I found now too that it's good for ambient air temperature too, because
Hmm.
it'll give you the ambient air temp.
Yeah.
So when someone's complaining about their heat or their AC doesn't work, you can have that and the ambient air temp. It's all on the same screen. Well, it's nice.
Just to give people an idea what it's like to work in an automotive shop, I bought that FLIR heat gun, and everyone around me spent the rest of the week trying to catch a fart in action. Yep. Hey, get it ready. Get it ready. I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, really? Yeah. No. You sure? Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Uh,
great.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we weren't the only group of idiots. So,
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sure somebody's out there looking for a fart cloud on an
mhm.
infrared.
Oh yeah. Somebody tuned in like kayaks. What fart cloud infrared? Oh, we're in the wrong place.
The farmer says, "Hey, it's not fair. The fish look smaller when I hold them than what they actually are." Yeah, farmer's a big dude. He catches them though, man. He's very smart too. He knows what he's doing out there. Many anglers aren't getting the clarity in their electronics due to gauge of wire or wire spacing. That is correct.
Or dedicated power sources.
Yeah, you want clean power. You don't want to run your graphs off your trolling motor battery. You don't want your transducer wiring to be too close to your trolling motor wiring either, because that can cause interference. Every time you turn your motor on, you get a little on your screen.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever had that happen before.
It's like a old 80s vehicle with the alternator in the radio. You hear the wee.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on here? Yeah. Yeah, I used to have a little bit of a hot rod myself. I had a Nova that I rebuilt the motor in with the help of a friend, and it was my fuel economy drag car. It would
Yeah.
pull
Miles
hot,
per gallon.
Yeah, it would pull high 13s in the quarter, still 19 gallons, uh, 19 miles per gallon.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, that's actually pretty good. 19 miles per gallon.
It had a 242 rear gear. I went across the line doing uh, close to 68 to 70 miles an hour, I think it was, going turning 3,000 RPMs. Just yeah.
Had to replace plugs on my autopilot. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They don't they don't build them with the proper gauge wire to run the trolling motors. They just don't. It needs to have a larger wire in it. And yes, Silverpunk, I agree. Run your motor wires on one side and electronics on the other side. Uh, but when you get close to the bow, they can get pretty close together. So what I recommend is their 3M adhesive hooks. So I'll go in, I'll reach in as far as I can with some 3M applicator, and I'll stick these hooks inside the hole, and I'll hang my transducer wire on that to keep it up and away from the motor wiring.
They also have the wire looms that have the shielding,
Okay, yeah.
like they have on the communication wires and um, uh, like PCMs, ECMs.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. I didn't know you could get that.
Yeah, I've seen it somewhere. I forget where, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's very expensive though.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Because, dude, I've had cars catch on fire on me before, and
Yeah.
I I do not want to be in the middle of the lake.
No, no. There's a company that makes a fire extinguisher that looks like a road flare.
Mhm.
And when I saw those, I reached out to them and I was just talking to them, and they're made for lithium battery fires, or they're made to handle that type of fire. And I was like, that'd be perfect for the kayak industry because, I mean, I don't think a lot of people know when a lithium battery goes, just get off the kayak, get away
Yeah,
from it.
it's hot too.
Yeah,
It burns hot, very hot.
big glide bait fad. So
Have you?
I have glide baits. One of my contributors, or one of the people I had in the magazine, whose name is failing me now, and I hate it. He's from California. What you'll learn about me if you're ever around me is I will forget your name, but I'll remember every single detail about you. He's from California. He's in the good part of California. He paints baits. He has his own um tournament scene. But anyway, so he sent me some, and I've used those. Yeah, it's like a crappie. It's um, a bass, and I've used those. I haven't caught anything on them because I don't have a lot of confidence in it. When I feel like I'm throwing something the same size as the fish I'm expecting to catch.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. And Farmer says he needs to drop his kayak off with me and Nathan to have us set him up. Might get into the yak tournament game. Well, I tell you what, Jonathan Farmer, if you get into the kayak tournament game, I'm getting out. Is it Damien?
Not.
No, not Damien. Keep guessing, John. Yeah. So Nathan is Nathan Skinner with Festive Water Paddle Sports.
Hmm.
Um, they're a sponsor for me, a
Yeah.
partnership, right? Nathan's a really good friend of mine. Can I use the same battery for my power pole and electronics? Power pole, yeah, you should be fine with the power pole. Um, you might get a little bit of interference, like when you're pushing the button to go up and down, but I doubt it. Hoping to make it back to Seminole this Saturday. I hope they are right on their prediction of it coming in late Saturday. Oh, the storm, yeah. Man, I hope it doesn't even come. I hope it don't even show up. I hope it shifts and goes somewhere else because I don't want. I don't want to lose my power.
No, no, I have a generator as well. I haven't, knock on wood, had to pull it out and use it. But I do want a whole house generator just because I think it's the coolest thing ever.
It is.
But
I would love it. Like, don't even have to move. Wait a second. There we go.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna drive me crazy. I can't remember that man's name. And we chat from time to time too, and it's just gonna, we'll be done middle of the night. I'll wake up and go, oh, it's Bill. Yeah, no. But he's in California, and he doesn't make his baits. He repaints them. Like people send him to refurbish, and he's a great artist. So yeah, it's amazing stuff.
And a kayak guy?
He's a kayak guy, yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
I know a guy. I don't know him like we know of each other. He lives in California, and he does exactly what you just said, but definitely not a kayak guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna work my way through the past issues, see if I can find him. Because
There you go.
um, yeah, I would love to catch something on it. I think it's so cool to watch it swimming through the water. You know, that's what it's kind of like the top water type bait or like a fluke. You know,
Mhm.
I've been using the flukes from Tactical Fishing Co. I got some of those from him a while back, and I was crushing them during one of the Heroes in the Water events, and then I got a bunch more. So that, yeah, if I weren't using my popper for the rest of my life, the flukes would be my wedding. I love to watch that subsurface swimming, jerking, almost sluggo type action.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can you can throw that fluke on a Ned rig and a shaky head also
Mhm.
during the spawn. Mm.
Or a good donkey rig.
Yeah, yeah, that works too. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a whole. I have I have bags like this from people, but everything
Mhm.
I have from Andrew is actually in my bait bags in my car to fish. So I have a bunch of these, but usually if I bring something up, I'm like, yeah, I've got these. Well, why are they here and not in? Yeah, all of his stuff is ready to go. You know,
Yeah, same.
it's like when you go to somebody's house, they show you what's in the vault, but then they've got that bag that's when it's time to go. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that stuff's in the bag.
Word has it the tactical fishing swagger stick worms catch some hogs. John says, "Yeah, I use tactical fishing swagger sticks daily. Been killing it. I wonder where you guys heard about those at, though. Where'd you find out about the swagger stick? I I almost exclusively throw the swagger stick,
Yeah.
or almost. I exclusively throw the swagger stick. If I'm throwing a stick bait presentation, it's a swagger stick, right?
Hmm.
And usually a shaky head or a wacky rig. But 95% of the time, it's going to be shaky head. And man, I want to say it was August. I had about 18 pounds in 3 fish,
Yeah.
and all on a swagger stick.
That's some crazy stuff. I found him. The gentleman's name is Ryan Murphy.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's a great guy. You can have him on chat. He's got a tournament series that he started in California, but he also does amazing painting on his baits. Yeah, so it was just driving me nuts. I had to find his name because he sent me a bunch of stuff, and we chat from time to time. If I didn't say his name, I would feel horrible.
Yeah, I get like that too, man. I'll be mid conversation with a person,
Hmm.
and I will forget what I'm talking about.
Yes, I'm guilty about that.
Oh. I
Yeah.
was going to ask you a question, but I don't remember what it was, so I'm just going to walk away.
Yeah, I'll tell you what is horrible for me is like if someone asks a question on the show, I'm like, okay, they want to know blah blah blah. But if they give like a kudos to you, I'm like, okay. Oh, Bill said, Alex, you're an awesome guy. Well, I don't have that moment to regroup where I was. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
exactly, squirrel. Yeah,
Yeah.
like man.
That was one of the things about because Andrew used to do lives when he was pouring plastics.
Oh yeah,
That's how we met.
when he put
And
his bear costume on.
yeah. And man, that guy, he would be in the middle of a conversation and the microwave would go off and he'd go do this, go do that. He'd be doing this. He'd throw it back another one in the microwave and he'd be like, oh, but yeah, right back into where he was. And I'm like, God, how does he do that?
Yeah, he's the first one I've ever seen where people would tell him, "Don't forget to drink your water."
hmm
He's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, you don't know you're getting thirsty? How do you know? No. He's like, if I don't drink, then by the end of the night, I'm like, I'm so okay. Yeah. So yeah, I used to watch him all the time when he was in Maryland and just getting starting. And his first pack I think had like a little sticker on his little clear bag. And now he's gone to full tilt production, cool stuff, and yeah. It's kind of
All
cool.
right.
Yeah.
This is a good question, and it's something that we should cover.
All right.
Will lithium batteries be affected by the cold weather? I'm curious too. Should we bring our lithiums inside? You should always, 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 always store your lithiums inside.
Yeah.
If you look, Amped Outdoors has a chart on their website that is very informational. Uh, I want to say it's like mid 40s. You don't want to store it anywhere that's cooler than, and it might even be higher than that, um, unless you're using them. You don't want them to be out in the cold unless you're using them. You don't want to be out in the summertime heat unless you're using them. If they're sitting there stagnant, not being used, you want them to be in the house.
Yeah, I was checking something. Yeah,
Yeah, in the garage is fine.
but even in the garage, one thing I'd recommend is they make fireproof bags to
Yeah.
put them in because I've seen a couple of horror stories where they've ignited, and I really don't think people appreciate how hot that burns. Like, if you watch the videos of the ones where the guys have like the vapes in their pockets, that's horrific, and it's like that big.
Uh-huh.
You can imagine a 100 amp 24 volt going off. It's going to be thermite.
Yeah. That's the speed shop I worked at had a videographer,
Mm-hmm.
and his gimbal exploded in his hands.
Now I'm scared. Thanks. Go sell on my gimbals.
Yeah. He heard it like whistling and stuff
Yeah.
in the little closet that he has it in. So he like stuck his head in there. I've got it all on like security footage, and it's like, dude, you stuck your head right next to it. Like, what if it exploded then? And he's listening to it. He grabs it. He starts carrying it outside because he knows something's wrong with it, right?
Yeah.
And he's like almost out the door, and it just woof.
He's the same guy that'll hear the tire ripping and go, "What's that noise?"
Yeah.
Like, no, run. It's about to let everything go. But yeah, I would say if you're storing it inside, put it in a fireproof bag. They're not super expensive, and it's a little bit of peace of mind, especially if it's in your garage attached to your house.
Right. Yeah. And that's another thing too, is like charging. Don't leave the house with them charging. Don't charge them when you go to bed. Like, just kind of leave them sitting. I leave mine on a shelf. I got one here and I got two down here. And the only time they're plugged in is the night before I go fishing, unless they're dead. Because I do like to, you don't want to store them with no capacity, right? And then
Right.
I'll charge them up before I go fishing, and then I don't like in the summertime. I'll go outside.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get the whole kayak ready the night before I go out. Because I haul that thing fully rigged, black pack on the back, everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the wintertime, I won't put my batteries out there. Summertime, I'll throw them out there the night before, wake up in the morning, hop in the car, and leave. Wintertime, they sit on the kitchen counter and then they go in the car. Uh, man, they're expensive, you know,
Yeah.
and I don't want to buy them twice
No.
unless there's something wrong with them, right? It's, I run Amped Outdoors batteries, so related angler with the Dakota Lithium and the Z Pros, he can kind of understand
Hmm.
where I'm coming from. Like, yeah, they're expensive, you know.
Yes.
I definitely didn't get the Amazon batteries, well, just because, man, and I know that they're all the lithium is probably mined from the same place, right? And
Right.
there's only so many manufacturers that are making all these batteries for everybody. But uh do I have yeah, I do. I have three different motors, John. Um yeah, never had an issue with it be outside in the cold. Some of them have a heater in them too.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, it's just, man, I'm an automotive technician, and your experience not having issues with batteries in the cold is cool and everything, but I know that cold is not good for batteries.
Yeah. I saw a study. It's like extreme heat and extreme cold have no effect on batteries. I'm like, you sure about that?
Yeah, it definitely does.
If it's weak, it pushes it over.
Yeah, if yours are working good for you, that's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I try to maintain mine to the best of my ability, and if something happens, something happens. I like the Lifetime stuff. That was one of
Yeah.
the things I was going to mention. Right, I wanted to make sure that I bought them from a company that has been around long enough to honor their warranty. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter if it's got a 15-year warranty. If that company ain't around in 15 years, nobody's going to warranty your battery.
Yeah. The problem with going cheaper on the battery is they're they're cutting corners somewhere. They have to be. And what is it? And if you get back into the connections and the wire integrity, that's where your problem is going to roll in. Like, yeah, they if they all do the same thing, there's a reason why it's cheaper.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I'll tell you that my trolling motor battery, it's an Amped Outdoors 12 volt, 100 amp hour,
mhm.
and I have left that thing sitting on the back deck of the kayak and headed to the lake. And then I got to the lake and realized I didn't have my trolling motor battery. But man, it was sitting on the kayak, and I had to double back and go find it on the side of the road. And man, all I could think about for weeks was this thing's going to catch on fire. But it hasn't. Hasn't had any issues with it.
Yeah.
Dakota Lithium for the XI3, Z Pro 50 for the active, and Lowrance FS9. Nice. Yeah, I run a 12 volt, 100 amp hour for my motor. I run a 50 amp hour, 16 volt for my live scope, and a 12 volt, 30 amp hour for everything else. They're all Amped Outdoors batteries.
I have a 100 amp hour 12 volt for just two fish finders.
Dang, dude. You ain't never running out of juice.
Never. No. Because the Bixby has its own proprietary batteries, so I don't have to run off those, and I have the rechargeable battery for the power pole, so I'm not even like wired into that.
Okay.
So I've got extreme overkill on the battery. Yeah,
It charges the battery once a month.
yeah. I could get away with a DeWalt,
Yeah.
for what I'm doing, but yeah, I probably will change that because the more I watch people who paddle and do the minimalistic, I'm like, man, I miss that.
Hmm.
I miss it. And I've got the casting bar from New Canoe, and I've got my fish finders mounted on it, and I love having them right in front of me. And I put my Insta360 camera on it, so I get everything, like everything's right here at hand, eye level.
Hmm.
And if I need to cast, I can just push it with my foot, and the whole thing just folds down out of my way.
All
I can
right.
do my fishing and then pull it back up. So
Very nice. I like that.
yeah, but it's that the 100 amp hours way overkill. So, but I've got it. I'm gonna use it.
See if we've missed. We've been going for an hour. See, I told you, you'd be surprised when the time, right?
Yeah. I was
It
like,
flies by, man.
what are we going to talk about for 2 hours? Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love doing this, man. It's so much fun. Related angler, I don't think I've seen you in the comment section before, man. So I appreciate you coming in. Uh, I hope I didn't like discourage you from watching the show.
It's me and that chasing the flatulent with the thermal. He's like, I'm out of here. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing, like Fishing Farmer says, he's cheap and he still runs the liquid acid.
Mhm.
The weight, man, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So, and the other thing too is with the lithium, it gives you that full tilt until it's done.
Yeah.
Whereas liquid acid starts to like peter off, and that sometimes can ruin your or damage your electronics because it's trying to still work, and you're
I've
like
done,
when the battery goes bad in the car and all the lights flicker, like they're like something's wrong with my car. Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, we had a couple race car builds right before I left my last job, and they had what's called anti-gravity battery, the brand anti-gravity batteries.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you could just hold it
Wow.
like this, just hold it in your hand. I was like, man, I need some of these for the kayak.
Yeah.
I
I did
like
a wedding about 10 years ago, and the groom's brother, who was rare, he was like this eccentric fella. Like you could tell either he had something wrong or he knew everything. He's like one of those people like, so he asked me what camera I had, and I told him. He's like, let me see the battery. So I took the battery out and I handed it to him. And this is like 10 years ago. He said, we're working on batteries that are encased in carbon that are this size that could power your house. And he handed it back to me and walked away. And I was like, either he's a genius or he's messing with me. And then I
Yeah.
saw later on they do have carbon, batteries that are like depleted waste from power plants that are huge batteries. So I was like, well, maybe he wasn't messing with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you hold that gravity battery, that's just what you're getting. Who knows what's out there, right?
Yeah. Right. So why don't you go ahead, drop where can we find USA Kayak Fishing Magazine?
Okay, so USA Kayak Fishing Magazine is available online at usakfm.com. You can see the current issue and all past issues are there. You can also access the Kayak Cafe podcast, and we have our sponsors linked on there, but there's also a giveaway running right now that you can get in there and just enter. You might pick yourself up some cool stuff. We're going to run them all year long. One of the sponsors, which is Kayak Coffee, they give us a pretty good offering for people who are happy with the show and do the giveaway, fill out the giveaway. So we're going to do that. We're also on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook under USA Kayak Fishing and USA Kayak Fishing Magazine, either one of the two. So those are both the places you can find me. We got a group on Facebook if you want to join that, and I try to keep it going as much as possible, but it's so difficult with everything going on. I post the shorts from the show there, but I'm trying to be as engaging as possible. But it's active and people are in there having fun. I'm just trying to make sure they have fun without being crazy. So,
right.
But also, I'm actually a board member for the Tidewater Kayak Angler Association, which is here in Virginia Beach. And they have a couple things going on in September 26th of this year. They're doing a charity tournament, which is going to be a tournament to benefit the Heroes on the Water, which if anybody out there wants to be volunteer for anything and kayak fish, Heroes on the Water is the place to do it. I'm not sure. Are you familiar with Heroes on the Water?
I've heard some about it, but tell us some.
Okay, so Heroes on the Water, they take active duty, retired military, first responders, and their families kayak fishing for free. So if you're someone who wants to go fishing and you have served in any form or fashion, you just go to heroesonthewater.org, find a local chapter because they're all over the country. And then from there, you would get linked up with, for us, would be Tidewater. So you just fill out the forms that say you want to come. You could bring your wife, kids, brother, cousin, whoever you want to bring with you. They give you the kayak. They give you the PFD to use. They give you fishing gear. I'm a guide, so I would go out with you and help you if you want to be helped. Leave you alone if you want to be left alone. But go out and have a fun day. They feed you lunch. So it's a beautiful organization that allows you to be charitable, but also go fishing. So it ticks all the boxes for anybody who wants to give back, but still have fun giving back. So,
Okay, great.
but the Tidewater Kayak Angler Association, they do a annual charity tournament. I think this is the 22nd year they've done it, and it benefits the Heroes on the Water Tidewater to get them up and running, to make sure they have the facilities they need, the kayaks they need, and enough to basically take care of the veterans that so choose to come in and participate. They're also doing a raffle. They've got a Hobie Pro Angler 14 they're raffling off. It's in Virginia right now. Anyone who's in the Virginia bubble can, I guess anyone could buy it, but you've got to come to Virginia and pick it up. So, yeah. So if you go to the tkaa.org, you can see the raffle. You can see the information to go to the tournament, and it's a fun time. It's good for a great organization, the Heroes on the Water. So that's pretty much all I've got.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate you coming and hanging out, just shooting the breeze. It was great to finally sit down and talk with you.
Yep. Yeah, you said you're a Chevy. You're a Chevy guy. I was going to ask you, what's 1.8? Oh man, here we go. My brain just shut off again. I was going to do the firing order of a small block Chevy.
Oh, okay. 187.
Yeah.
187-3521, something like that, I think.
No, my brain just shut off. I had it the whole time. I was ready to go. 1-864-65, something like that. Yeah.
I don't even remember it.
Yeah.
I got a friend that's got it tattooed on his arm.
Yeah, I remembered it because I had a small block Chevy that every time the compression was so high that I had to change the power valve depending on the barometric pressure in the carburetor. Yeah. I had a tackle box in the back full of like Holly carburetor stuff. We go driving somewhere, like there's a storm coming. I'm like, crap, hood up. Yeah. It was fun. When you're young and dumb, it's fun.
It's great chatting with y'all. Another good one tonight. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Thanks. It was great to sit down and talk with you. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Yes, sir.
Here soon on Santee, and getting on some fish and hanging out and breaking bread and all that good stuff. So I appreciate you. I appreciate what you're doing for the sport. It's amazing. I know there's a couple other options out there, but there's not enough.
You as well. Yeah. I can't wait to see that sonar shield on your forward-facing sonar. I talked to Andrew a lot with sonar shield. Yeah. And he's like, Alex? I'm like, yeah, I know Alex.
Yeah, I got the new. I think they call it silver. I was hoping it'd be gray, but it's silver. Yeah, I've got silver visors and a transducer cover.
Yeah,
for my LVS. So yeah, they're great people too, man.
I have his visor on my Lowrance units, and when I first got them, I was like, who needs a visor for their fish finder? And then I went out the first time with them on. I'm like, I need a visor for my fish finder. Yeah. So
they're nice to have, especially like in the rain and stuff like that too.
Oh yeah,
it keeps the screen nice and dry. They're awesome, man. They pay me commissions for TikTok shop and stuff like that. And yeah, I might get something for free here and there, but
you might meet
even without it,
you might get to meet them too.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I love stuff, man. Veteran and just good, great product, good people. So that's all I want to support, So.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So everyone here, support them. Get in there, like it, share it, subscribe, do all the stuff.
Yeah.
I know when I do my show, I never ask for that, but That's the one thing we need. Like the comments are great, and we love you coming in and chatting. But if you share it, then 5 other people can make fun of us too.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, you guys, tune in tomorrow night. There will be a live well. I don't know who Danny's got up his sleeve for tomorrow, but I'm sure it'll be somebody good, man. They've been reeling in the good ones, you know.
It's
So,
gonna be me. I'll be like, no, I wasn't on here last night.
so you guys wish Roy a good night, and we will see you